So guys, we made it all the way down to the bottom here. See, we got both rigs. The river's right in the background here, and apparently back in probably the early 60s, somebody decided to drive this big beast down here. That's never coming out. But anyway, we're gonna unload, drop some of the gear. We've got to make really about 2 trips because we got so much stuff. But anyway, haven't seen the water yet. It sounds like it's running pretty good, but we'll get this unloaded, get fired up, and let's go dredging. Well guys, we just fired up both dredges. We finally got them put together. We're in the water. We're gonna work side by side and basically just trench all the way across the river. See if we can find a pay streak. We're just gonna, what we call long arming it, and that's where you don't go into any air. You just use your arms above the water. We're gonna just long arm it for a while, and then we'll probably switch over to air. So what does the spin it off do?
It uses the power of the drill to spin the magnet inside the spin it off itself to pull the black sands out. As you can see, it is quite loaded here. And then we'll test the black sand, make sure there's no gold in it, but it should speed up the panning process for the concentrates considerably. As we all know, the black sand's what slows it all down.
Actually, this is Jerry and I's cleanup from yesterday that Don has been kind enough to actually run those concentrates through the spin-it off. Guys, we're running a 4-inch Pro line, and typically what we would do is after we clean out the dredge is we would classify that down to probably 1/4 inch and then bring those concentrates back. We didn't do that yesterday just because we like to make Don's life miserable.
And so, it's working.
It is. But anyway, quite a bit of heavy black sands, and I would say 1/3 of what we've pulled out of the concentrates got lifted out by that spin-it-off. So one thing about the spin-it-off when you use that is it's a good idea to hold that the end of the spin-it-off above the black sand. Don't just stick it down in there, because it will actually hold your gold inside those big clumps of black sand, and that seems to work the best. So we'll still pan that out. Well, actually Jerry will, because we don't like to. But anyway, we'll show you what we get here. I don't expect it to be a lot. I'm just hoping it's more than them. Well, that wasn't very impressive. But at this rate, it's only going to take us about 1,753 years, 4 months, and 5 days to reach an ounce. Just got done panning out Jim and Don's cleanup from yesterday on their 4. Now you got to remember, guys, we've only punched down what, maybe 3 feet, and we're basically just pulling off the overburden. And Don finally got and cleaned out a spot about that big on bedrock, but there was no cracks, so that's going to be today. But anyway, let me show you what these guys got here. It's a little bit, not a lot, as I dump it out, but
Want me to zoom on that?
not a lot, but that's a start. And that's the thing about this, is just flood gold. So anyway, we're gonna punch down. We'll probably fire up and give you an episode 2, maybe running both dredges. Maybe the water's clearing up a little bit more GoPro, and we'll actually show you how these 4-inch dredges work. So one thing I want to remind everybody is a suction dredge, these modern dredges that we're running here, removes 98 to 99% of the mercury, which there's no mercury in this stream, but in California, Idaho, places like that, it removes 99% of the lead, 98% of the mercury, and all it does is lift gravel from one location and put it back behind the dredge, cleaner when you drop it than when you pick it up. good for the environment, and it's good for Mother Nature.
So we got Jim down on the bottom, right near the bedrock, and when we talk about orange juice, this is what we're talking about. You see the red in here, and see how it's cemented together? That's ancient gravel right there. I can't even break that apart with my hand.
I just got done running for about 3 hours, and what I had to do was to dredge off all the loose sand, all the overburden, which in some cases was 4 feet thick, and got down to really big boulders. Some of them I don't even know if we can move. We may have to pull them out with the Polaris. But anyway, the reason we moved downstream is we were in a straight stretch where we were dredging before. We just didn't get that much gold. So we come down the river right behind the dredge. It does a 90 and it goes directly that way. So right where that water starts to slow down on the inside bed is where we punch down. Jerry just jumped in the water. We're probably gonna run for 3 hours or so. Get down to bedrock and we'll see what's on the crack. So take the GoPro, we'll show you what's in there. I wonder if we had to try that gold claw.
All right, here's a nice heavy bucket of dredge cons.
How many times have I gone through that? I got that much on that one. Jesus.
Hey guys, it's Friday and we're heading back home in a couple of days. And anyway, today's kind of one of those do or die days because we got an outing that we're supposed to go to with Bill Southern tomorrow that Jimmy set up over in the desert out of Wickenburg, and it's well over an hour away. So anyway, right behind us on the other side of the dredge, we went ahead and blew off all the sand, all the overburden, which was probably about 3 feet thick, got down to a cobble layer, and then kind of some orange juice, some really older hard pack, because everything, once this river dries out in the summer, it gets baked and it looks like orange juice, but it really isn't. So anyway, Jerry exposed some bedrock 2 days ago, and what we're going to try to do is get down and open that bedrock up, a bigger area, find the cracks, and then we're going to bust that up. But we're going to throw the GoPro on the nozzle so you guys will be able to see at least what I'm doing this morning. The water visibility is not bad, what, 3 feet maybe, 2.5?
That's about there, yeah.
So I think you guys will be able to see, and we got good sunlight, so anyway, we'll get through this.